Okie dokie. Think we're alive and well here. Let's get this one set up there. Okay. Hey, Rosemary, how are you? Got to do a little bit of adjusting here for my monitor. There, let's tighten that up a little bit. All right. I think we're okay. I don't really think we need this other light on, but I know I'm appearing a little dark. That's not going to matter because it's not down close enough to my face like that. All right. That should be all right. Well, here's one of my recently done pours. It's dry and varnished and all of that. I mentioned about whales the last time I was on live. Instead of whales plural, we're going to do whales singular. So, hey Kat, how are you? Hey. So we're going to do a humpback whale. So we'll just pretend this is just old frothy water. And he's going to come this way. He's like partially, we're going to look at the bottom of him or her. And flipper going out here. One flipper is in the water. You won't see the tail. The tail will be probably around here somewhere. I'm going by photo reference. When you have an acrylic pour, you don't really have to put too much in it because your background's doing like 80% of the work anyway. All right. Okie dokie. And like I say, we're going to get right down to it. Very simple color palette. It'll be a lot of that blue, black, and white. No yellow, no red. So, we're going to get right on to it. Really. So, what I'm going to do is pretty much give myself a guiding line. It's not really for proportion. Hey, Madonna. It's more for placement. All right. Proportion to come a little later. So I'm going to go into my little bit of white here and some water. We water it down. One of the advantages of painting on a varnished piece is that if you make some sort of an error, you can pretty much correct it. All right, so this is a guiding line to where I approximately want the tip of his snout, nose, whatever you want to call it. I'll put him about this high. This is the middle of the creature. Come out. And we'll put him right around in here. That's a perfect groove for his tail. Okay, so he's going to pretty much be in that area. All right. As I'm looking at things, probably around here, got one flipper just up that way. The other one will be kind of coming down like that, almost pretty much into the water. They got really long flippers. All right. So it's partially artist license and once again proportion of sorts. Okay. All right. The anatomy of a whale is not the hardest thing in the world. It's more like a elongated balloon, more or less. All right. So so let's say this is the center of the creature. Okay. And I'll place the top part of his snout head somewhere around here. The little eye. And it kind of goes out. It bows around. And then the tail of him goes down here. This is almost a perfect groove for him. And doing it this way, I can pretty much judge how much weight I'll put on him. Just like so. Then comes the curve and the tail, which is around in here somewhere. and I'll smooth it out and all of that. Right now it's just a guide. All right. Now his flipper, the bottom flipper. All right, I pretty much got the curve for that, for the bottom flipper here, going down in here like this. The other one is comes out and comes on around, and it curves a little bit. Okay. The other flipper is really thin, the way the photographer had caught it. Like that. It's really thin. Like I say, it's the way the photographer had captured the whale. All right. Now, when you paint on varnish and you add a lot of water to your paint, it's going to bead up a bit. The more paint you add, the more it's going to stick. Pretty self-explanatory. All right. Okay, now that I've pretty much got him in there, okay, now I'll block it all in. The rest that will come is pretty much shading and such. And believe it or not, he actually caught the whale where his eye is actually right there on the top, up there. Okay. So once again, I'll start filling things out a little bit, and we'll go on from there. All right. So we pretty much fleshed him out. There he is. Okay. Now, sometimes you would look at a pour and you kind of judge where you want to go with it, how you want to do it. It's whatever ideas come to mind. Okay. Hey, Larry. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I remember the sperm whale, I think it was. Yes, he did. He killed it with the sperm whale. That was nice. Yep. Yep. I like that. That was nice. I remember. And now I could take a flat brush and do this, or I can take a round brush and do the blocking in for him. I might be going into some more blue. We'll see. But I'm going to take some of this cobalt here. We'll put it right around in here. Get some black into the cobalt. He's got this weird gray thing going on for him. Okay. But we're going to get this color going. I kind of like what I see right now for, I don't know if I have enough. We'll see. But we're just going to block him in anyway. Okay. I would like to kill this light because it's bothering me. But I'll move myself around. And we're going to start with the flipper here. Underneath here, believe it or not, it's more of a bluish, a gray, blue, white type of color, and I'll do that shortly. Right now, I just want to fill this guy in. He's got an angle right around in here. I'll put the angle in there like that for him, but it is a different color. But we'll get to that. OBKB. Let's start to block him in a little bit here. And yes, I will more than likely get rid of that nice white line there. Because if you do an animal, all right, you can pretty much guarantee it's going to swell up on you a little bit because you want to go over that line. I'm being particularly careful. I don't want to swell him up too much because then he'll become misshapen. All right. Then I'll just block him in. And the paint pretty much sits on top of this varnished piece, and just let it naturally dry. I'm really hoping I got enough paint to fully cover him, but if not, we'll make some more. So I'm pretty much trying to capture the edge of him. Come over here on the other side, draw the other half of him here, paint him right in there. And this little crook in here, this little gap, was actually perfect for him to breach out of. So that's pretty cool. So it works out for me. Once again, painting on a pour, you really don't have to do too much because the pour does a lot of the work for you. But whatever subject you put in there, do your best with it. Make it look as authentic as you can. A little more blue, some black in there. Okay. It's a little dark. Let's add some more blue to that. That's a little better. And darken it in. Now you gotta let it tack up and dry a bit once you put it in there. Okay. And the color will flatten as it dries. And you might be seeing a little bit of that now around the tip area, and this area here is pretty much dry. Okay. And I'm gonna go in and darken up at least 1/2, and be very careful doing it. All right. We're doing all right. We're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Not much more than that. A lot of it, once again, it's just shading now. Not really the most difficult animal to paint. He does have his little back dorsal back here. So I'll sketch that in real quick. And I might take creative license and put a little highlight there, let you know that he does have something there. All right. And I'll really pronounce it there. Okay, something like so. Hey, William. Yeah, I always wanted to see them up close. Seen them from an airplane, that's not much, trust me. But I've seen them. And they are very massive. They're very large. To see them live and up close, you really get a sense of their power and their size and how small we actually are. All right. Once again, as you can see the color shift, wet and dry. Okay, dry, it's wet. But we're gonna, like I say, let it do its thing. I'm gonna take a smaller brush. I can probably take a smaller round brush or the script liner. I might take the script liner brush here. We're gonna go into a little bit of white, go into this bluish area, this bluish black, and we're gonna put in some of the whale's highlights there. I get a touch of water, not too much. You want more paint than water when it's varnished like this, because like I say, it will bead on you. Okay, all right, and I will start to get the lighter areas of the whale. And you'd be surprised how much of it is covered in white. About 80% right here. I'll lighten the color even more as we get to it, because the whale does have barnacles and such on him, and I'll paint a few of those in there. All right, we're gonna round that off a little bit. All right, we'll go to a little touch of white and up around in this area here. Turn the brush around, add a little more white there to him, and just pat and fade some of that color into the flipper. Okay. I'll wipe some of that away. Let's go back into a little bit of blue, a little touch of black. Mix it in there. We'll just use this tiny little brush. And we're throwing some roundish, some barnacles in there. We'll round that off over here. Barnacles are different sizes, like that. Just pop them in there, just like so. All right, all right. As I'm looking at certain things here, I'm going to get another brush. Actually, let's do it this way. Right up under here, I'll just darken it, because I'm going to add white to this. As long as it's wet, you can get away with it. Okay, just at that area. Oh, let's use this fella. Let's get a little touch of white. And right up around here, you see how the color blends in? And we're gonna work this. Keep working it, let it just fade out naturally. Keep rubbing it away. Go right to the edge. I'm gonna wipe off my brush, and we're gonna fade it right out. Keep rubbing away, let it fade out. Okay, take it right out. Let's go into some white. And the smallest touch of blue, let's contaminate that white. Just a little bit, give it a little blue tint to the white. All right. We're gonna come down here. Scumble it right in there. Close as you can. And as you're wearing this paint off the brush, as you're doing this, you're gonna go right into that bluish color there. Keep doing it. Right on this edge there. that happens to me frequently. A little annoying, but it happens. I'm gonna come back over here, go right to its edge. This is the same previous color from before. Put it in there. Let's take a little pure white. And we're gonna fade this. See that? Just fade it in. All right. You pop it right in there. As I'm looking at it, it can be a little darker underneath him. So we'll take a little bit of this darker color. Just fade it. Gentle fades. Gentle fades. You're going to establish a little weight under that flipper there. All right. Do you, same thing, huh, Linda? You know, whales, certain ones, they're pretty curious creatures. And some even know that you're like watching them, so they'll put on a little show. They've had humpback whales take their babies, flip over and show off the babies so they float them to the top. It's crazy. They're very intelligent. Very, very smart. They are. Okay, so as we're doing some of this, I'm still looking, examining while I'm talking to you. Once again, as I'm studying and looking at this, I'm looking at proportion and all that good stuff. So, and I see something here that I'm going to correct. A humpback, their dorsals are extremely long. You know, their dorsal's about as long as their tail is wide. So yeah, I have to make it a little longer, judging by the other flipper there. Okay, yeah, they're pretty. I mean, these guys are massively large. It doesn't even look right like they should be that big, but they are. I'm gonna take a little touch of black. While this is still wet, we can blend that right in. Blend that black and blue together. And you got a short window to get away with it. Just like so. Put it right up there. All right. I'm gonna take a touch of this white while I got some of this darkness in there. And come here, right to its edge, and just give a little bit of roundness to his flipper right in here. Just a little bit. And I don't want it too sharp, so I'm gonna blend out that bottom edge like that. All right, you'd be surprised about the amount of detail just in doing something that simple. Okay, but do it. Do it to the best of your ability. Trust me, it works and it helps. Okay. All right. Let's take some watered down white for a second. There's a method to my madness to why I'm doing what I'm going to do next. Okay. You know, it's a baleen whale, so it's got those little keratin, little whatever they call them there in their mouth. Okay. So they go up into the grooves underneath their mouths here. All right. Okay, I'm going to have to do a center one, and we're going to work from there. So in order to get it right, there's a dip. It comes out. It needs a longer dip than that. This is why I use the water in the white. Like that, and then it curves. All right, so that's the one on the center. Okay.
I see if Dippity Doodah's out.
I checked before I went live, and she didn't move it. But you know, good luck. I did look. The big truck moved away, but I don't know if that was the big truck next door or not. Okay, so we got this going on. This is a guide. All right. Okay. He's got barnacles up there, and we're going to put the barnacles in. I'll use this dark color. And we'll pop in some of those barnacles up in here. They're dark barnacles. We'll put a few of them in there, like so. And I'll get some that are white, and we'll put them in there too. Something like that. Underneath him, for the most part, we got this almost a grayish blue underneath, which we will in our minds say is white, but it's not. So I'm mixing a little bit of gray blue like that, add some white in there. All right, that should be about right. We're not gonna obviously use this little thin brush for that, but I am gonna mix it a bit just to put it in there. We'll use a flat brush. We'll use this guy. And judge. Pretty much where I want that to be. It goes underneath at a curve, and then it kind of breaks up around here, and then it comes back like this. Okay. And it comes around here. I'll stop. I'll wait till it come back. Interesting picture. There we go. All right. We will continue our regularly scheduled program here. He's got a spot, and then it comes back there. All right. block that in. Much like that. I could probably get it a little leaner here as I'm looking at it. Pop it in there like that. Still blocked?
She was gone, yep.
All right, all right. Okay. Barnacle Bill the Sailor. Barnacle Bill. Let's take a little black, go into this white here. Maybe a slight touch of blue in it. There we go, yeah, that's enough. All right. Let's put our grooves back in there for this guy. Now I can add a little more water because we got a layer of acrylic on there. Follow me. All right. You don't want to make the grooves too dark. Okay. Almost look like fingernail patterns, just elongated. So, pretty interesting. And yes, this is my first time painting a barnacled whale. Yes, it is. It is my first time doing it. I'm gonna come into a little deeper color, a little deeper black here. And on a few of them here, we'll cast a shadow right underneath the gray. Just a few. All these little details. All right. I'm moving my whole hand doing this. All right, like that. Take a little bit more black, because as I look at it closer and closer, got some more love in here, but they're darker. All right. Once again, I'm just looking at a few. I'm gonna go underneath a few of the white ones here, just underneath. You still see some of the white, and you're gonna paint these streaks underneath that. All right. Some of it you'll see, some of it you won't. Okay. Let me take, I'll take an angled brush. This is still in pretty decent condition. Let's take some blue. We'll put it right here. A touch of black. All right. I'm gonna come up under here. And yep, pop a shadow right up in there like this. Curve it a little bit. Just like that. And there is a spot in here, right under there, just like this on him. Just like that. Okay. Around the center of him here. Right up under here. Like a little shade spot, but it goes at an angle where you will see pretty much about the middle of the whale. Then it comes outward like that on the bottom. Comes outward, so it's like this little concave shape right in here. It almost follows like the middle of him, like that. Okay. I'm gonna look at it some more because I know it's dark. I know he's dark or she. So I'll just use solid black there. And once again, like a little concave shape and go right underneath him or her, just like that. I don't really have to add pitch black here, but just to accentuate that little dark spot that he has in there. All right, we got this going. Right up under here. And this just accentuates really the bottom of the creature. It loops around this dark all up under here, which lets you know this is definitely underneath this beastie all in here. So we'll put it at pitch black. So you might see it, you might not. Yeah, but it is there. Even if you kind of sort of don't see it or whatever, you know it's there. All right, there's a little tonal difference there in her shape or his shape. Don't know if they're her or him. Let's go back to our skinny little brush to get some more white. A little touch of blue in there. Just like that. A little bit of water. I'm going to come back and we'll highlight some more of those grooves there underneath her or him. Just like so. Right where that eye is there. Still checking him out. Okay. All right. Now we're going to get really cute here. I'm going to take the flat brush. Let's take some of this blue here, bluish white. All right. Up underneath, because it is coming out of the water. And very soft, I'll come down here where it's heaviest. just like that. Come to the curve of the whale there. Especially up under here. So got a lot of frothiness going on here. Particularly in this area. But you'll see what I'm going to do here. All right, so I need those little skips and gaps in this. Some of them with a little brighter than others. And I'm going past the outline of him here. Add a little bit of that white to his tail fin. There. Okay. I'll add a little black here. I'll bring that out there. Let's darken him back again. I want this to be prominent. I want it to be shown there. Now, watch this. Once again, you don't have to do really too much to it. As I'm looking at it, I'm still checking out things here and there. Okay. I'll get us a little bit. Just a little bit under there. Okay. Let's take a fan brush. I'll take this little baby one. It's all right. A little dot of white. We'll put it right in here somewhere. You come down here with the brush. A little bit more. Keep it pretty close. Very tiny little specks there. A little more white. Keep it fairly close as I'm looking at it. Now we go into accentuating the droplets, the spray. And now we're coming up on the whale. All right. Just don't put them there all willy-nilly and don't be haphazard with it. Put a little bit of love here. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see all of this. Okay. Somewhat of a judgment call. Okay. Up under here. Give it a little push. Get some wave action in there. Like that. All right. Ay. Chrissy. How you doing, Chrissy? All right. So, that's pretty much it, guys. Now I can This is artistic license. How you doing, Chrissy? Yes, willy nilly. Willy nilly is a technical term. There will be a test. Artistic license. Don't necessarily have to add this. Technically, you don't really have to add this, but just for giggles. You don't have to add it if you don't want to. You don't have to add none of this if you don't want. Not at all. Not at all. And I can change my mind in the drop of a hat if I don't want it. Just look at it. Okay. It's a judgment thing, whether you want it there or not. You know. Nah, I don't want it there. I think she's cool. I can put some across here though. And that just brings that fin deeper up on the side of the whale. So I can put it there. But other than that, it's very easy to do a lot of overkill once you start getting into that area. All right. Yeah, you can see it head on. Hold on. Okay. I think we're focused about right too. But there you be. Okay. And let's see if I can do this. I do have a penchant for destroying things. You know, it's just I'm built that way. Okay. Well, let's do it this way. All right. So there's the actual fella. Okay. And well, there it is. All right. And now you see what I'm talking about with the shading and everything. All right. Okay. So yes, I will use photo reference if I have to. Like I say, I'm not really an expert on humpback whales, so I do need a little help. I'm not ashamed to say it. You know, but hopefully I hope I captured the essence of hopefully I captured the essence of this creature, the big beastie. How do you see ostrich out of a humpback whale. You know, do I have to talk to Muttley? What medicine are they giving you? How do you see ostrich in this? Oh my God. Oh, okay. You know what? Now I see it. Okay, Chrissy, hit the corner. I see you've learned from Sonya well. How you doing, Fatima? Wow. But you will not hijack. I like it. Everybody sees humpback whale. There, I can take that out there. Oh man. Let's go back a little bit here. You guys can see it a little bit better. I don't have a frame that comes anywhere close to this. That I know I don't. This one's too long, I believe. But you pretty much see what I'm talking about once you frame something like that in there. You get the idea. Okay. What would it look like framed up? All right. Like I said, I know I don't have a frame really long enough. This is probably the closest I'll get to one. I don't have one 12 by 16. And this is canvas panel 12 by 16. So, but I already knew I was going to put some sea creature here on this particular work. Oh, I suppose I need to sign my name somewhere on it. I guess I'll use black paint to put my name on it here. I'll put it down here on a corner. Might need to put it a little higher there. But if it gets sold and somebody frames it, I'll just put my signature in the back of this. So it kind of don't matter. Of course, I cannot put the date anywhere. I'll just put it right here. Like that. There. All right. Well, there you go. As usual, it'll be posted on Facebook. It'll be posted on Instagram. And I got to make a thumbnail to this, of course, as usual. So, okay. So, this has completed the headless ostrich on one end, and the humpback whale for all us normal people who don't sniff poo crack. All right. See, that's a European thing. So, we will let Chrissy relish in her Phuket glory. It is a Rorschach test, Linda. Yes. But yes, definitely a humpback whale for all of us who, don't dine on the poo. All right. Yes. So, if we keep teasing Chrissy about Phuket or poo crack, I already know what we're getting in our stockings this December. So, Larry, my PC ought to be coming in sometime this week. I got a few other gadgets that should be coming in also sometime this week. So, all right. Unless I have an idea to paint something else, I may or may not be on later on this evening. But what's today? Tuesday? I think Chrissy's on. Chrissy and Bruce might be on in a few hours. All right. Yeah, it would. It would look like the whale is coming into the water if I took it and turned it upside down. Like that. Holy crap. Now that looks wild, doesn't it? Look at that. Now, is that freaky or what? I ought to post it that way. Now, isn't that something? What do you guys think? Right side up or upside down? I think upside down. Would you look at that? And I'll still keep the title. You know what? Black dag nabbit. You know what I gotta do now? You know what I gotta do? Do you know what I have to do? Son of a gun. Who gave me this idea? Who let me see. Who is it? Who is it? I'm looking. Who is it? Larry. I had to take your man card, Larry. Look at this, Larry. I gotta take my signature off now. Larry. Man, I didn't know you could import poo crack. Damn it. Larry. Oh, man. Not only does she a partaker of it, she's also the supplier. No, that was good. That was good. Boy, that looks crazy. Thanks, Larry. Okay. You know what? I'll still sign it in black. I'll go a little higher up, though. So my signature isn't really intrusive. They would just have to look for it. But it's there. This is metallic paint also, the blue. So, and you can tell when the light hits it that it's metallic paint. And like I said, I'll do it in black ink so it's not really intrusive. There we go. I'm not switching the signature over again, damn it. Double signature. Oh no, Linda. Oh no. Chrissy's got you by a few years or so. Oh no. That is great. Appreciate you, Larry. And you know what? Even though I did the splatter still makes sense, obviously, because the creature is going into the water. And so, nice. Wow, that's crazy. But, yeah. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, Chrissy, you're gonna get to know the new group. They're good folks. They love to have fun. And hold on, that's not me yet. There we are. All right. I usually put them on 10. I think we're at 7 now. But yeah, they're a great group of people. Yeah, they're a lot of fun, Chrissy. They're a lot of fun. So, Okay, guys, I'm done running my mouth. It's about 3:15 here, which means it's about what 8:15 where Chrissy is. So it's almost quitting time for her. So the poo crack will just be setting in for Chrissy. I really don't want to scrape and get rid of this, so I'll put a little water down on this and save it for the next run of whatever I'm going to do. All right. Oh, let's put this back on. Let's put this back on number 3. Uh, 2 and 3. All right, cool. All right. So that'll work. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I believe Bruce and Sonia may be on. Usually it's Tuesday evening. So they'll be on in about 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. All right. Yes, Chrissy and I are the same age. Yes. Yes, we are. I don't think I have anything else. So, William, it's always good to see you. It's always good to see all of you guys, even if we are babies. I don't feel like a baby, that's for sure. Some days are better than most. Guys, I appreciate you. Larry, thank you for the idea. Boy, wait till they see this posted. But this is wild. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. If I don't see you later on this evening, bye-bye.